Hi, hello students. We're gonna go over two more problems and then you're gonna move on to your assignment. Just kind of a quick reminder of the area, or you should already have this up here, but because this is a new video, mine got erased, so I'm gonna go ahead and plug it up here real quick. 1/2 base times height. All right, so let's go through the next one. Number two. Now, once again, the first thing you want to do is find that right angle because that right angle connects our base to our height. So this 11.4 is our base and this 17.7 is our height. So let's go ahead and start plugging them in. So the area equals, and of course, 1/2, and we're talking about times. You can use the X or the dot either way. The base, which is 11.4. Once again, I'm just going to leave the units out. Like I said, I prefer to leave the units out and kind of bring those in at the very end because I know everything has to be units squared, and hopefully you kind of start to recognize that by now. And now we're going to go ahead and just multiply these together. Well, I forgot in the first one that, yeah, I did allow you to use a calculator, so we're going to go ahead and do that as well. Um, let's go ahead, and if that's the case, then it's okay to multiply these two numbers first together with the calculator, the 11.4, and then multiplied by 17.7. Let's try that one more time. I did it wrong. 11.4 times 17.7 and equals. So I bring down the 1/2, and I believe, or hopefully, you get 201.78. When I first did it, I got 20.1, which I knew had to be wrong because 11 times 17 is a whole lot more than 20. So it's kind of just using my knowledge of multiplication. All right, so now we're going to multiply the half times 201. 0.78. Well, remember, this is a fraction. We don't have this in our calculator. Now, you could divide 1 divided by 2 to get the decimal point, or hopefully you recognize that 1/2 is just simply 0.5. Remember, 1/2 in a decimal form, I'm going to just kind of write this on the side just to kind of remind you, it's just simply 0.5. So when using the calculator, you want to use the 0.5. So it would be 0.5 and then multiply that by 201 decimal point 78 equals, and I believe we should get 100.89. So the area would be 100.89. Now, the biggest thing you don't want to forget is to bring over the units. So I don't put them in there because I just like to look at the numbers. I think writing all those units in can be confusing. I know I'm talking about area, so it has to be units squared. So there you go. There would be the area. All right, now we're going to go over one more. What I'd actually like you to do is pause the video. I want you to try this one on your own. Come back and we'll go over the answer together. All right, hopefully you gave this a try on your own. Hopefully you identify that this is the right angle right here, which means that this has to be the base. And this has to be the height. If for some reason you switched it, it really doesn't matter because we're using multiplication. And I guess it really depends on how you look at it. I made this the base because I stood this up kind of upwards to make this the right angle. A lot of people could just simply drop this down and make this the base of 8. Either way really works. What you should have, though, when you're finding the area is just simply 1/2 and then multiplied by, and hopefully you have 6 and 8. It doesn't matter the order. I'm even going to switch them over here because we're talking about multiplication. Now in this one, this is where I kind of use that trick I talked about in problem 1. I really don't need a calculator because I know 1/2 of 8 is 4. I just did the multiplication and I did go ahead and drop this down. And then I know that 4 times 6 is 24. So hopefully you have 24, and of course we're talking about inches squared. Please don't forget this portion of your answer. All right, so there you go. That's what we're talking about today, just simply talking about right triangles. You're identifying or looking for this right angle, just like we did with parallelograms, because we have to have that right angle to find the area of these shapes. All right, if you have a question or something went wrong, you had a different answer than me, want to know why, please raise your hand. I'll gladly come by and answer it for you.